This is Aaron Summer, and I wanted to create a quick sort of informal video for the core patient pop team to kind of understand how the billing activation and service cancellation use cases are going to work. And we put together some documentation which is here, which I will share with you guys. But I just thought I would put together a quick use case. So what I've done is I've created a quote and I've got it teed up to complete the closed won process. This particular quote has two charges on it. It has the annual foundation and annual advertising. Um, if I click on the associated product rate plan charges for each, you'll see that for foundation, this is set up with the revenue and 30 rule. And this is in production today, so you guys understand kind of how that works. And then the annual advertising charge is actually set up with the brand new rule that you guys haven't seen yet. And this is on service activation. And so let's just go ahead and walk through this and you'll start to get a feel for how this works. The first thing I did is, well, I generated the PDF and I approved this thing. Now I'm actually going to send it with certify so you guys can see this happening in real time. That's just an error because there's duplicate contact. I'm going to go ahead and click on the e-documents. Before I do, I'm going to go ahead and go to Zora. You can see the last one. The last billing account that I processed was Launchpad Technology Group. So I'll click on this again. And I'll go back here and I'm going to update this to signed. And I'm going to click save, which will kick the process off. And I think it takes just a couple seconds. And if I come back here and click refresh, boom, good stuff. I have a brand new account called Test 2. If I scroll down, I've got a subscription. This particular subscription has the two charges on it. Foundation, based on the rule that was set, is set to 30 days from today, which is perfect. And then our advertising charge is actually set to 11 months from today, which is exactly how the rule works. And so what we're doing is we're setting the billing activation date 11 months into the future. And the reason we're doing that is we're putting it into a waiting state. And during that waiting state, Patient Pop implementation team can deliver the service to the customer, go live, and then I'm going to show you what capability we give them from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, let's see here. I'm going to go back to the quote. I'm ultimately going to get back to the Test 2 account that was created. So I'm going to go back to the Test 2 account. And I'm going to go back to subscription, product, and charge. And you can see there's two of them here. If I go to, I'm going to actually open up both of these. And I'm going to open up this one. I'm going to go ahead and, so for the foundation charge, you can see everything is as is. But if I look at the advertising charge, you'll see I have a new Activate Billing button. So imagine that some time has passed, Patient Pop Delivery Services has gone live with the customer, and now the right person who has the right permissions can come in and they can click Activate Billing. They can say, look, this service is now live, we're ready to start billing the customer, and I'm going to go ahead and click Activate Billing. The first thing it does is it says, okay, when do you want to start Activate Billing? I'm going to go ahead and do it today. I'm going to click Save. It's actually going to say, are you sure this is what you want to do? Yes. Boom. First thing that happens is the Activate Billing button disappears because we've made that request. So if I come back here into Zora and I click refresh and I come back into the advertising charge, you'll see now the activation date has been updated to today. And now Zora is knows what to do, is going to start billing this customer right away. The other thing that's happened, let me find Let me actually find the right charge. So this is the, I'm back on the, oh, this is foundation, this is advertising. So this is the one we just activated. If I click refresh, I now because the service is actually active, Zora has synced that status back to Salesforce. Now, because it's active, I actually have a cancel service button. Now remember, cancel service and activate service, these buttons only show up for the right people and for the right products. So configuration can actually control who sees these, because we understand that not everybody needs to see them. So now let's assume some time has passed and the customer calls and says, I want to cancel service. So if we go ahead and cancel service, it again says, hey, are you sure this is what you want to do? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the service. And then this is going to take just a second. But what it's actually doing, there's two scenarios here. If the charge that I want to cancel is the only charge on a subscription, we cancel the subscription. And if there's multiple charges on a subscription and this particular charge is one of multiple, then we actually process a remove product amendment and we leave the other charges unchanged. And so if I come back to Zora and I click refresh, you'll see we've done exactly that. We've done a remove product amendment today, and so that's the end of the use case. So now you get an idea of how the back and forth works. In the beginning, we set that activation date way into the future. It's in a waiting state. Patient pop implements it. They come in. The right person has the activate button. They click activate. They pick the right date. It goes to Zora. The activate button disappears. It syncs back to Salesforce. Salesforce knows that that charge is now active. They now have a cancel service button. When they click cancel service, it goes to Zora, it cancels the service, it does a couple different types of transactions depending on whether there's one or multiple services on a subscription. And then all of that syncs back to Salesforce. So we're really giving control to the right users in Salesforce to both activate and cancel service, activate billing and cancel service. Now, there's a couple different rules that we've actually documented, and I will share this document with you guys. There's actually 4 main use cases. The one that we looked at here was number 2. When we cancel service, if a customer has already been billed, we cancel service on the billed through date. And basically what we're saying is we're not going to give any customers money back. We're actually just going to cancel their service at the end of the billed through date. So if they've paid us for or if we've generated an invoice through the end of the month, we're going to cancel it at the end of the month. Or if they've paid annual in advance or we've generated an invoice for annual in advance, the billed through date might be the end of the subscription, and that's when we're going to go ahead and cancel it. So ultimately, I'll share this with you and you guys can spend more time looking at it, but the idea is we wanted to cancel service at the right time so that the customer didn't get any weird sort of credits, meaning we don't want to give them money back, but we also don't want to charge them any additional service. And so that's how that's designed. Anyway, we'll share this particular deck with you. Hopefully this demonstration was useful, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys.